Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Oluchi Otwama. I'm a professional makeup artist based in Lagos, Nigeria. I know guys that I have not been consistent right up here. I am so sorry about that. Well, in today's video, I will be taking you through the process of how I got this gorgeous dark skin model ready. First thing first was to do her skin prep. A detailed skin prep routine is up on my channel. I think a video before this. She has an oily skin and I didn't want to do too much. I cleansed her face. I went on to spray my Mario Badescu hydrating spray. I also went in with a serum and then a moisturizer. I added to her face a mattifying primer, although I do not want her face to be too dry, so the mattifying primer was just a little on her T zones and maybe some part of her face. I didn't put too much so that the glow from her skin would still remain. I wanted a glowy finish when I am done. So I'm using my hands to push the product into her skin and make sure that everything sinks into her skin very well before going into my foundation routine. For her foundation application, I use three foundations. I use one from L'Oreal, another from Fit Me. These two, they are drugstores foundation and they are so good. I use them almost every time on my clients. And I also used a Nigerian brand, which is the Ega Enesta foundation. Love it. I do not like my foundation to be thick or matte or almost like a full coverage, so I always go in with maybe lightweight foundations or foundations that are buildable. So I applied the foundation first off on her skin with a flat brush, and then I sprayed her face with the Omari Cold setting spray in Radiant, and then I went further to blend her skin, or rather blend the foundation into her skin with the help of a damp beauty blender. I'm not pushing, I'm just dabbing slightly. I am going to insert the foundation shades that I used into the description box or maybe into the video, depending on which one would work for me. So when I was done with the first blending, I sprayed her face with the Omari Cold spray again, and then I just went into blend more. With foundation application, blending is key. So for my blush, I am using a lip palette. There is this particular red shade. I kind of mix them together with red and pink, just depending on what I want. And I'll blend that with a brush first off before going in with my beauty blender. I didn't do contour for this video because I didn't want to. I just wanted something very snappy, and so after foundation, blush next and blend. For highlighting under the eyes, I used concealers from Noban Beauty and V Beauty, I think. Noban Beauty in 043 and 045, V Beauty in 06. So now the trick is whenever I want to blend in my concealer, I always go in with the leftover foundation from the foundation plate. I just dab it with my beauty blender and I blend the concealer into the skin. That way the concealer is not too bright and it still gives me a shade that is closer to the foundation that I used, if that makes sense. So I'm blending, and at the same time I will also step back to see if the foundation is lighter, because she's dark skinned and I want to retain her skin. I don't want her to look white or anything. So I'm always going to step back to see if the concealer is too light, if I need to darken it some more to what I want, and that's it. I'll just blend some more, apply concealers on her T-zones, her forehead, the bridge of her nose, chin, and so on. When I was done highlighting her face, I went in to set her entire face with powders. I used the Dabur Cosmetics powder palette and also the Norban Beauty mineralized powder. I'm going to drop the shade also in my description box. So I'm just going to set her entire face with the powders. To set under the eyes and the places that I previously applied concealer, I am going to be using or rather I used the Sephora powder in Espresso and Milani powder in Deep. For setting powder, I used the Norban Beauty setting powder in Sienna. What I always do is that whenever I want to set under the eyes, I always go in with compact powder first off, just to ensure that I get a smooth blend, and then I go in with those powders. It always does it for me. And then Sephora is very pigmented, so I do not need to do too much powder under the eyes. I love the consistency that I am seeing. You can see that from the video. When I was done with that, I went on to do her nose contouring. I'm just going to follow through with the line that I created while doing the liquid contour on her nose. For powder blush, I use the V Beauty blush palette and my eyeshadow palette from Juvia's Place Cosmetics. I don't know if there's cosmetics, so Juvia's Place eyeshadow palette, the one in Masquerade. So I'm using the purple shade from Juvia's Place and also mixing it together with the V Beauty palette just to get the consistency and the color, the warmth that I want, and I love it. I love it. I love the purple feel that he gave. And then we jumped over to highlighting her brows. The reason for this video is to show you my foundation technique and maybe my powder techniques and all of that. But then I promised to film more eyeshadow tutorial videos. I didn't want this video to be too long because I do not know how long videos would do right up here. 10 minutes or 11 minutes is quite long, so yeah. I am almost done with this look. Here I'm just lining her eyes and preparing her eyes for lashes. I did her lips off camera. If you've watched to this point, thank you guys so much. Please watch to the end to see the final look. Also, I would like to hear from you. Share your thought with me. What do you think about this look, and what other video would you want me to do for you guys? Please like my video, share it to everybody that you know, like, share, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. See you guys in my next video.